What makes a train journey great? Is it the quiet comfort and roomy seats of a train gliding along at high speeds? Is it the view of the local countryside? Is it the superior service you get from the train staff? Well, in today's video, we're going to compare the train experiences that we had recently in both Indonesia and Australia. Now, to give an accurate comparison, you have to realize that you're comparing two different kinds of systems. Australia's system is like a classic workhorse that was designed to cover vast distances of the continent, sometimes train trips lasting over the course of several days. Indonesia's system is like a technological wonder on steroids, featuring gleaming new high-speed trains taking a giant leap into the future to link its sprawling megacities. Some of its trains are clearly over the top with private business class style compartments and amenities that will blow you away. But rather than compare all the different trains in the two countries, that would be impossible, we're going to simply look at two intercity trips that we took in each of the two countries and give you our subjective opinions as to what to expect. And then we're going to try and rate our experiences based on some categories that would apply to any train trip, such as toilet cleanliness, seat comfort, and so on. Now, you'll note in our video that we did not compare Indonesia's new Whoosh high-speed train from Jakarta to Bandung. That train is the first high-speed train in Southeast Asia and whisks you to your destination in 30 to 40 minutes instead of the usual 3 hours. We took a slower train, but it was still a luxury train. Nor did we compare Australia's The Ghan from Darwin to Adelaide. That trip takes 3 days, 2 nights, and is more of an old world luxury hotel experience than anything else. And these two trains have completely different philosophies. The purpose of the Whoosh train is to get you to your destination in comfort as quickly as possible. The purpose of the Australian trains, like the Ghan, is to provide comfort while you savor the long journey. The Ghan, for example, is like taking a step back in history, while the Whoosh is a step into the future. So like I say, we're not comparing those two. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to compare the 3-hour trip on Indonesia's Panoramic train from Jakarta to Bandung. We took that in first class luxury class, and the 8-hour trip on Australia's Overland in premium red class from Adelaide to Melbourne. That's an 8-hour trip. All right, so let's see how these two trips compare. Number 1, train stations. Comparing the differences between Jakarta's Gambir station to the station in Adelaide is like comparing the trains themselves. Both are comfortable and get the job done for passengers awaiting trains, but notice the differences. Gambir Station is alive with multiple restaurants, coffee shops, and different amenities. It's not just a place to wait to take a train, it's a place to enjoy a cappuccino, to chat with fellow passengers, all in a sparkling new facility. Adelaide Parkland Station, on the other hand, is clean and comfortable, but it lacks the personality and vitality of Gambir. It looks like there are spaces for shops, but none were open for customers in the time prior to boarding the Overland train. Winner, Indonesia's Panoramic. Number 2, boarding experience. For both trains, the boarding experience was good, but just different. Prior to boarding the Panoramic train, your ticket was scanned electronically and your passport checked. Then you made your way up a gleaming escalator to your train platform. Our train leaves at 7:30, and the way I understand that Indonesian trains are always on time. Okay, gate 1 looks like here.
Okay.
Here is the train. An immaculately dressed train attendant welcomed us onto the train.
Thank you.
We're in what is the equivalent of first class. They have red class and premium red, something like that. And Tanya, we're going to be in carriage B right here. Hi there.
Hi. 85, 86.
To board the Australian Overland, we simply went from the waiting room to the platform, where a train attendant welcomed us after checking off our names on a written sheet. Winner? That's a tie. Number 3, train leaving on time. Both the Panoramic and the Overland left their respective stations exactly on time. Winner? A tie. Seat comfort. The Panoramic seats were similar to business class airline seats with different comfort positions and adequate legroom. The Overland seats were big, cushiony, and comfortable. They reminded us of living room easy chairs with lots of legroom. Winner, Australian Overland, but barely. Number 5, smoothness of ride. This category has to go to the Panoramic. The Overland is Australia's oldest train route, and the train started operation in 1887. The route was converted to standard gauge in 1995, but the overall ride is somewhat bumpy. On the other hand, the ride on the Panoramic was for the most part quite smooth. Both trains were fun to ride, but the winner, Panoramic. Number 6, cleanliness. Both trains were spotless and the toilet facilities were clean. The Overland uses older train cars, so naturally the toilets aren't brand new, but they were clean and ready to use. Winner, a tie. Onboard service. Both trains had a dedicated attendant for our car, and both were always available if we needed anything. Winner, a tie. Food. Because it was an 8-hour trip, the Overland served 2 meals, breakfast and lunch. For breakfast, you have a choice of an omelet, a yogurt parfait, or baked banana bread. For lunch, the choices were the curry of the day, toasted focaccia, or vegetable lasagna. All of the menu choices were well prepared and tasty. During the shorter ride on the Panoramic, Tanya and I were served luxury lunches served in pre-prepared boxes. The food was very good and we enjoyed it.
Oh, look at that. Some beef.
What is it?
Beef.
In this category, we have to give the nod to the Overland, the reason being we were given choices from the menu, and I guess we have to admit to a somewhat Western bias toward the Western-style items that were served. Both trains offered great food, but for us, the winner was the Overland. Number 9, value. Now, this category is no contest. The cost for our red premium tickets on the Australian Overland were approximately $180 each for a total of $360. The cost for our first class luxury ticket on Indonesia's Panoramic train was approximately $30 for a total of $60. Now, the Overland was an 8-hour trip and the Panoramic was only a 3-hour trip, but even if you put it on a per hour basis, the Overland cost us about $23 each per hour, while the Panoramic cost about $10 per hour. So granted, these two trains are different experiences, but based purely on dollars, on value, the winner, of course, is the Panoramic. 10, the last category, technology and modernity. Now, the winner of this category should be obvious. Indonesia's train system is barreling full speed into the 21st century. Their train system, along with other new trains in Asia, in China, in Japan, and elsewhere, are setting the world standard for rail travel. The intercity trains in Australia are operated more as an homage to the past. They're fun, they're comfortable, they're historic, but they're certainly not the future. If it wasn't for affluent retired travelers like us, or vacationers with sufficient time on their hands, these passenger trains from the past probably wouldn't even exist. Australia is just so big that travel by air will always be the preferred way to go. Winner, Panoramic. So that's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it and it gave you a little bit of an idea of comparison between these two trains and these two systems. Please watch our next video coming up where we're going to compare the Indonesian trains to our experience on the U.S. train system, Amtrak, where we traveled from Seattle to Chicago. Thanks for watching. See us in the next video. Bye-bye.